Alrighty, how are we doing tonight, chat? Well, I'm feeling mostly fine right now. I've just got a bit of a weird throat, but that's kind of standard, so it's hard to tell if I'm picking up what they've got or if if it's just the usual. If that means extra throat noises come through the mic, I'm gonna be annoyed, but you do what you gotta. Anyhow, I hope everybody else is doing well tonight. We are going to... So if you weren't here for the last stream, which was Halo 2, I've started studying, I'm not gonna say started twice in the same, I guess I'm just gonna say started twice in a row. I've started starting streams with a little flair, a little session, a little, what would you call it? Section, if you will. Because I need an excuse to yap more when I stream, and what makes one yap more than giving opinions? And what is a better way of giving an opinion than the tried and true method? That's the wheel. The tier list. There we go. So I have commandeered a like a meta reading tier list, because reading the meta is, you know, it's tried and true, it's straightforward. People are used to doing it, people are used to seeing it. Also, frankly, it would be very easy, because it would just be like, what, Malice and Raye at the top, everything else below. Maybe a couple things right below it. And I don't really have the widespread of experience, I think, to give a valid meta tier list. So what I'm going to do instead is, as these tiers may give away, I'm going to rank decks based on how much I like to run into them on the ranked ladder. That's fun. Everybody loves that. Everybody experiences that. You're going to see decks, you're going to be going on the ranked ladder and fighting stuff, and you'll run into stuff, and you'll surely come to understand that some decks are much better to run into than others. So our rankings are fairly straightforward. If it's a deck that I simply have not been running into and don't have enough pro experience to give an opinion on, we'll have to shovel it down here. We have Please, God No. The decks that, please, God no, don't give to me, don't make me fight them, I don't want to fight them. This is not for the decks that are a trouble to fight per se, they're not the difficult ones, they're just the ones that you don't want to have to deal with. Maybe they combo for 20 minutes, maybe they FTK you, maybe they just do one thing and then nothing else. And then of course there's the stun decks, which of course will all be going in here, you know, for the most part. Fighting for my life, of course, is going to be most likely where things like Malice and Raye will live, you know, spoiler alert. The meta strong decks are going to go into the tier where they're the hardest to fight. Uphill battle is sort of for the in-between things that you can't exactly steamroll, but aren't, you know, aren't as strong as Malice and Raye and such. You know, they're a bit easier to deal with. You're more likely to be able to handle them. Annoying but beatable is to things that aren't really hard, they're just like a bit of an annoying to deal with. Maybe they're a bore, maybe they've got something that's frustrating to run around but isn't exactly a threat. And then you love to see it, of course, for the decks that you love to see. The decks that are easy to deal with, they're fun to fight. Maybe you don't necessarily have to tear your brain off completely, but it's not hard to deal with. So the Halo 2 list we kind of really go in a weird order for, but I think with this one we can mostly just go top to bottom. So Blue Eyes. Okay, where do we want to put Blue Eyes? Because I'm so tempted to put it in Please God now, because I don't like seeing Blue Eyes. Possibly because I feel like Blue Eyes you see the most. Well, okay. My experience has probably been Mitsu Raziel, then Blue Eyes. for what I've run into most frequently. Blue Eyes itself does combo for quite a while. It does have some very frustrating interactions. It can set up a lot of board, or it can just brick. It's pretty wildly variant. I've had the bad luck of most of the Blue Eyes players I've yeah, it's somewhere between here. I've had the bad luck of most of the Blue Eyes players I've run into while climbing have been opening the God Hands and ending on like what's its name? What's the 12 that protects them from destruction and also gives them monster negate? The Stardust one, Blazar, the Ultimate Dragon Synchro, the 1/9 who protects everything until the next end phase. I've had that kind of luck. I don't think Fighting for My Life is accurate. It's either Please God No or Annoying But Beatable. I'm just going to put it in Please God No for now. If we end up with too many decks in here, I might move it into just Annoying But Beatable or Happy Battle or something. But we'll deal with it for now. I don't think Blue Eyes decks run Dragon Spirit of White anymore. That's more of a 2018 card. The many, many, many waves of Blue Eyes support have thoroughly changed what you do and don't run. Branded, yeah, I think that's squarely an uphill battle. Some people are annoyed by Branded, either because they've seen it 10 billion times, or because they just don't like dealing with it. I don't think Branded's that annoying to deal with. It can be very grindy. Obviously, your opinions on this kind of thing are going to vary with the kind of deck you play. This is coming from the perspective of currently Sky Striker, which means you mostly just grind against Ryziel quite a bit. You know, like you gotta do Branded Fusion isn't even really the hard part. It's the like free ads they get at the end phase. Usually pretty easy to deal with though. Okay, the actual annoying part with Ryziel, with Branded, is if they get Albion on board and they put a guy on your field, because we're on Striker, which means that does just kill us. But I don't think that'd be fair enough to put them in an annoying thing. They're also not like the most meta. I mean, they're still really, Branded is still really strong, especially in Master Duel. Centurion. Centurion, I'd say, is not as strong as Branded, but it's still like you've got to put some effort in, especially because they can get a Blazer on field, and a Blazer on field is just annoying to deal with. I don't want to put them in the actual annoying tier though, so I'll put them in here with Branded for now. I'm pretty good at dealing with Centurion because I play Centurion quite a lot. Which means I know what to hit, I know where to hit it. It's not hard to deal with. Some of the protection can be a bit weird, and I guess hitting the back row with Striker is not really possible, but it's plenty fine to deal with. So I'm assuming Hulk is here for Crystron, even though obviously you can't play Hulk in Crystron because he's banned. Crystron is probably here, I would say. I would drop them in Annoying But Beatable. I feel like Crystron has never been a massive struggle for me, but they have 10 billion graveyard effects that are just so annoying to keep track of if you're not well versed in Crystron, which just makes them very much like you think you've won, and then they drop another summon from grave, and then you think you've added that, and they drop another summon from grave. Also, they have like 3 cards that set something up and then set up the conditions to which trigger their other effect, and that's just like annoying. Dragon Maid. I'm shocked they used Yugioh for this. Dragon Maid is probably here. It's not... Well, actually, hold on. This is with the new support, isn't it? It's probably within the same tier as Centurion. Probably weak, a little bit weaker than Branded maybe, but definitely can put up a pretty respectable board. I've had multiple games I've lost to like Dragon Maid, so I can't put them in a easy tier. Let's see. I don't know what Mr. Fiendsmith represents, because I don't think I've seen a pure Fiendsmith deck. I've seen Fiendsmith in other decks. I have not seen a pure Fiendsmith deck. I've seen it in Ryziel. I've seen it in just in terms of ranking up since the last reset. I've seen it in Ryziel. I've seen it in Lunalight. But I've not seen pure. I've not seen pure Fiendsmith. Hold on. Do we have... I'm going to consider pure Fiendsmith as hand trap deck and put it in annoying but beatable. So I'm going to treat pure Fiendsmith as the deck that runs a million Bestials, and you know, it's like Maxi and the Heralds and all of that. I'm going to treat it as that because I don't know what else to treat pure Fiendsmith as. I mean, Fabled, I guess, but I don't know. Fiendsmith isn't really that annoying anyway. It's like, it's realistically, it's one extra interruption to deal with on any given board. It's not like the most annoying thing to handle. Fire King. 3 Baldrakes. Yeah, 3 Baldrakes. Fire King. Uphill battle, I suppose. It's not... Fire has been neutered to hell and back. It's not got... I mean, it's... Okay. I say that. Snake Eyes has had a lot of hits. I don't think Fire King particularly has. They still have a lot of their tools. And they can still do a lot of Snake Eye stuff, honestly. Like, realistically, it's like most of the Snake Eye starters are a hit. And Oak. That's kind of it. They're definitely not hit as bad as they are in TCG. It's actually kind of surprising I haven't seen them more frequently. I feel like it's still pretty good contender. How would I consider it, seeing it compared to these lot? I'd probably rather see Dragon Maid and Centurion before Fire King. In fact, I'd probably rather see Branded before Fire King, not because of difficulty, but just because I think it's a more entertaining deck to fight. Why have I been pinged? Oh, it's Blue Sky. Tachyon, or Galaxy Eyes, or whatever you want to call it. I've never seen a Galaxy Eyes deck do anything. I've never seen them end on anything meaningful. Maybe like a Titanic Galaxy, so it's like, oh, a single spell trap negate. Like, they can OTK pretty well, I suppose, but that's not really what we're afraid of. I don't think anything gets OTK'd in one turn that much anymore. And they don't deal with interruption very well, so... Oh well. I guess the worst thing they could do to us is put Primal on field and shut off Sky Striker spells, but that's very specific to Sky Striker, and otherwise I'm not really afraid. Similar note, Gem Knight. I've seen Gem Knight a couple of times. Honestly, most Gem Knights I've seen have been just tier elements. They'll just do tier elements, they'll just send a tier card off of, what is it, Brilliant Fusion? But I don't know, like, they've just, I don't really know what they put on their end board because it's always just kind of fallen over. Like, I've never had an issue breaking a Gem Knight board. For the record, because we're playing Sky Striker, we're always going second. So assume in all these cases that they're going first. Unless it's something like Galaxy Eyes, in which case if they win the coin toss, they might go first. Would you rather face Red Eyes or Blue Eyes? Red Eyes, because Red Eyes is a really, really bad deck. Red Eyes has maybe 2 good plays it can make. One of them is like a 5-card combo that FTKs, and the other one is dropping Red Eyes Fusion and summoning my model broke. Dropping Red Eyes Fusion and summoning Red Eyes Dark Dragoon, which is annoying to deal with, but certainly not impossible, and that's all Red Eyes can do, and it has to open a specific card to do that. Blue Eyes has a bunch of really good cards. It can do a lot of really good things. Here we go, I'm back. Blue Eyes can put up in the gates, it can kill your graveyard, it can put up a crazy amount of resilience. So annoying that they printed cards that just mean the vulnerability of popping its trap doesn't kill Blue Eyes anymore, because they can just protect themselves. Very frustrating. So I would certainly rather fight Red Eyes than Blue Eyes. Speaking of Blue Eyes, and please God no, Gimmick Puppet. This is an FTK deck. We aren't running that many hand traps because we're going second deck. We have some. I've certainly put more in from experimenting. But we're not running like a huge amount, maybe like 3 or 4 sets, maybe 2 or 3. Which means an FTK deck that is good has a good chance of just killing us. Gimmick Puppet is a good FTK deck. I don't know if it can still FTK, I think it's had some hits, but I just don't want to see it. This deck will just kill you. It's really annoying. I don't know anybody who would want to be FTK'd. Goblin Bikers. No, I can drop them in, haven't seen it. I've not seen a Goblin Biker on rank. I've maybe seen some of the some cards using other decks, but I've not seen like a Goblin Biker deck. Same though, Heraldic. I've not seen Heraldic ever. I don't think I've seen Heraldic in Master Duel ever. I'm surprised it's here. I've not seen it get played. Okay, here's an actually very interesting one. Labyrinth is a really interesting deck for us because we're always letting them go first, and they are mostly spell traps. We can hit some other monsters, but Striker doesn't have a lot of spell trap removal. Best case scenario, we open Lightning Storm, or like Feather Duster, but that's not guaranteed. It's not even terribly likely. And then it becomes a grand game v grand game, and Lab is pretty good at grand gaming. It's a fun. In fact, I'll move it up here because it's actually, yeah, I'll put it like here. It's a fun grand game. I like fighting Lab, but it's not easy. Speaking of not easy, we have 2 in a row. I'm just not even gonna bother waiting. So, Malice. It's partially what traps the Lab players running too. Yeah. Is D-Barrier still legal in Master Duel, or is that a TCG hit? Either way, links don't get hit by it, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, they can play so many different traps as well. So Lab has quite a bit of variety as well. If they hit you with a virus, it can be really bad. Is it Eradicator Epidemic that destroys all spells you draw? That just kills Striker immediately. That just kills Striker immediately. You have no way around that. So Malice needs no introduction. It's Malice. It plays through like 3-4 hand traps. It has a million starters, even with all the hits. It puts up so much interaction. It has so much ability to come back. It can start playing on your turn if they draw really well. You know, it's just one of the best decks in the format right now. And speaking of best decks in the format, so most people are gonna say that the best decks are 2 things, Malice and Raziel. I would argue 3 things, because Lunalight is really, really good in Master Duel. First things first, you need to play you need to play Kaijus. You need to play an out to towers in this format now, because Lunalight is about, and it will always make 2 towers. It will always make, was it Liger Dancer twice? It can do that really easily. It can make, if you interrupt them, they can still make 1. And they can kill you really easily on the clapback because they're an OTK deck. Except now they can make towers. And usually another interruption too. Like a rank 4, because it's a Lunarlight, of course they can make a rank 4. Really, really annoying to deal with because it's a towers. There's just no good way of dealing with towers. And because they're they're a tower deck and an OTK deck on a best of 1 ranked ladder, they're just so much better in Master Duel because of that. The context of where they are being played, I think, makes them far better than they could have been in the TCG or OCG. I haven't run into it as much as... Well, actually, I think I ran into it more than Malice. I haven't run into it as much as Raye, but I think it is actually, in theory, really good in this format. Math Mech, I just simply haven't seen. I know it just you just run for the Super Factorial and whatnot, but I just haven't seen it run up in practice. I've seen like it once in Malice, but that's Malice running Math Mech. That's not Math Mech running Malice. Similarly, so Melodious is weird to place because the Melodious starters are effectively anything in the game. Most people aren't doing that. I haven't seen Melodious this month, not yet. I have seen it previously. It's probably in Uphill Battle, but I don't know if there's new stuff they could be doing. I feel safer just putting it in haven't seen it because I just don't think I have the up-to-date experience to rank him. Actually, hold on. Let's make this quick. What have I not seen? Atlantean. No, that's a lie, actually. I saw them once. I ran into Atlantean once. They handed me for 5. I don't want to see Atlantean again. What else have I not seen? I assume this is Warrior Slop and not, like, you know, Noble Knights. It's his all day. It's probably not actually Noble Knights. Probably just Warrior Pile or some kind of like extravagant combo deck. But I've not seen it in months, really. I know Go-Go-Go's around. I saw somebody else run into it. I have not seen Go-Go-Go at all while climbing. And because it's new, I don't have prior experience with it. This is Fire Kings again. I don't know why Fire Kings is on here twice, but that's Fire Kings again. That's done. I've not seen it. I don't want to see it. It's done. Let's see. Raid Raptors probably just drops in here. Towers are annoying, but they're just a worse towers deck than Lunarlight is. I guess they can make other stuff besides towers, but the only bit that's really ever been an issue is the towers, and we just have like a more powerful deck that can drop towers. And dealing with towers isn't that bad when you're prepared to deal with towers. Adagnista I haven't seen, you know, besides Malice Adagnista, but we're not counting that. Okay. Tenpai is a hard one, because by all means, it deserves to be in Please God No. I don't want to see... Oh, so I'm going to move... Hold on. We'll do Blue Eyes last. We'll move Blue Eyes last. By all means, Tenpai deserves to be in Please God Now, because you don't want to run into Tenpai. It's so frustrating. It's such an annoying card. Oh, hello there, Shay V2? Shay V2? Whatever you prefer. Hello. Welcome. So, yeah, Tenpai, by all means, deserves to be here. I'm gonna keep you starting. Sure, you can ask something. However, we are always choosing to go second. And a Tenpai that has been made to go first is really, really easy to beat. So thus begs the question, because half the time they are still winning the coin toss, they are still being able to go second. But when we get to play how we want, they fall over completely. And I think seeing Tenpai be forced to go first and struggling so much is worth the 50-50. So I kind of like seeing Tenpai while playing on Striker, because half the time, more than half the time honestly, because you can still play first against them pretty well, but half the time they just don't do anything. It's peak. Let's see, anything else that goes and haven't seen it? Not that I could fairly put in there. So can't claim some because inventory has reached maximum capacity. I don't know about, what does it mean by inventory? Master Duel inventory. I don't think Master Duel. Inventory's reached max capacity. It looks like there is a 10,000. They only. So I haven't seen like I haven't run into a inventory full mirror error message myself, but from a quick Google search, it looks like it's caused if you try and get more than 10,000 free gems. There's a 10,000 free gem limit. So if you have a lot of gems saved up, it could be that. Right, let's see. What else can we place? Yubel. I've definitely run into. Yep, no problem. Hope that was the answer. Yubel is weird because I should hate it, but it's so, like, so not a problem on Striker, because they like can't do that much because all you have one guy and they're small, so they can't kill you very easily. They have a monster negate. They can't really interact with your spells and traps, and negating a Yubel and running into it is really funny. Thank you for the follow. You got 9.5 thousand gems. Yeah. I kind of forgot. I remember hearing like years ago about the gem limit, but I kind of forgot about it. 10,000 gems isn't a lot, huh? Oh, that's good to be reminded of. White Forest is... This isn't White Forest. This is Voice's Voice. Voice's Voice is probably in the same tier as... well, is it annoying? Is it annoying or a uphill battle? Okay, I need to rename this because I need to rename this as something below uphill battle and... Brain on mode. There we go. That's more fitting. Decks that you need to like... Okay, so we'll move you down to haven't seen because realistically we haven't seen you. Decks that you aren't like a massive issue, but you can't just faultlessly press buttons against. There we go. Voices can go there. Honestly, we could put Centurion back in here too. That seems most reasonable. Voiceless puts on like Skull Guardian and maybe like one or two other things. The issue is we're running outs to towers, and Skull Guardian is hit really easily by outs to towers, whereas normally we'd have an issue with him. So it's not entirely an issue. It can be an issue because targeting protection's a pain, but it's not as bad as like an established branded board or Dragon Maid board or something. Whitewoods I'll put here because Whitewoods can certainly play the game. They can play through interruption. And if they get to set up a lot, they get to set up a lot. It's sort of like a less annoying Blue Eyes because it's like a stronger Centurion and a less annoying Blue Eyes. They do Crimson Dragon stuff as the level 12 decks they want to do. However, I don't know, it's just like not as frustrating as Blue Eyes. No problem. I forgot the early game gave you that many gems, honestly. It makes sense in hindsight, because I remember stuff was much easier to get back then, but yeah, good to know. Good luck. Enjoy. Let's see. The other fire deck. The deck everybody hates, everybody loves. Poplar. So, Snake Eyes. I mean, realistically, it's just being played in, like, with Fire Kings, so I don't think we could put it anywhere other than right next to Fire Kings. I'd say nowadays, Snake Eyes is more like Fire King played with Snake Eyes rather than Snake Eyes played with Fire King. But besides Oak, they still have everything, so they can still make a bunch of links and set up Flamberge pretty easily. And Flamberge can be kind of annoying. If stuff gets shoved into back row, it can be an issue. If the opponent's really silly, they can hit a monster out of your main monster zone into the back row and re-enable your spell traps, but that doesn't always happen. Thankfully, you can clear the back row with, like, I can multi-roll. What's this tier list for? Right, yeah, so since it's been, like, half an hour since we started, at the start of each stream, because I need yapping practice, essentially, and because I really like giving opinions where they're not wanted, and because tier lists make a really good way of giving opinions, I've started developing a tier list to open streams with. This tier list is... I took a tier list that was intended to just rank meta decks, the meta placement of decks, and I've converted it into a tier list of what do I like to see my opponent have in a duel when I'm going unranked. You know, do I hate seeing it? Is there something I never want to see? Is it something that I love to see because either it's easy or it's really fun to beat up? Maybe I just haven't seen it at all. Knowing my luck, it's going to be these two ranks that we see a bunch of tonight. But if we're lucky, we see Tenpai going first 7 times in a row, and that's that. Speaking of these decks, let's just pop Ryzel in here. It's not going anywhere else. It's Ryzel. It is arguably the best deck in the format. Malice might still be better in best of 1, but Ryzel is so good. They have Eclipse Twins now. And actually, you know what else can go there? Right next to Ryzel? Why, Mitsurugi, of course, because there's probably not a deck I've seen more than Mitsurugi Ryzel. And there's not a deck that I've struggled with more than Mitsurugi Ryzel. Because, well, actually, not even Mitsurugi Ryzel. I also have seen a lot of pure Mitsurugi. And I've seen a lot of Ryzel Mitsurugi too, like where it's leans more one way than the other, or more one way or the other. Mitsurugi, I didn't have a lot of experience with until this week. Turns out, the card which just summons back something every time you take an action, because it's once per chain, really annoying to deal with on Striker. Yeah, essentially these 4, arguably not Lunalight, but at the very least these 3 are all the best meta decks in the format right now. which of course means they're the ones I'm going to struggle with dealing with the most when I come up against them. Mitsurugi, of course, can also show up in basically anything, because it's Mitsurugi. Anything that adds a ritual is just changed into Mitsurugi. But I haven't seen it in anything else. I have only really seen Mitsurugi and Mitsurugi Raziel. Is that for the better or the worse? I don't know. We don't have Yami yet, so they can't go into Herald into Mitsurugi, but I don't know. We'll see. Speaking of recent support, Orcust. Pretty safely in uphill battle. No, we could put this in uphill battle because this has some weird interactions. But Raziel. Oh god, no, that was the last. Come on, still. Orcust isn't that bad to deal with because we can pretty easily. You blow up the field spell and things are fine. Their main guy, Steel, we can play around stealing really well on Sky Striker. So it's not a massive issue. It's like arguably in brain on mode rather than uphill battle, but I think it like ekes out into being like a bit of trouble. Last few decks. Sprite, I simply haven't seen in. The only times I've seen Sprite are when I've been playing Live Twin Sprite. I've not seen anybody else playing Sprite. Let's see. Pearly. I'm saving these two for last for obvious reasons for followers. But for Pearly, where would I place Pearly? Probably in Brain On mode. It's not. It's probably in the lowest of Brain On mode. Honestly, it's pretty easy to deal with. Obviously, the thing that Pearly looks up the most is what's the word? The thing that Pearly does up the most is towers. And as it turns out, we're prepped for dealing with towers. Thank you, Ludolite existing makes every other towers deck worse. Because the main benefit of a towers deck in Master Duel is that there's a decent chance you will not be playing it out to a towers. You will now always be playing it out to a towers. So X-Pearly Noir or Ultimate Falcon, both very beatable. Thank you for the follow, Banana. Delicious. Haven't seen it, I've not seen it on ladder. Basically, I've not seen it on ladder. Some of the stuff I haven't seen on ladder recently, but I have seen it recently enough that I have an opinion on it still. Most of the stuff is I've not seen it on ladder, or I've not seen it on ladder in months. There's a couple of things here where I've kind of seen them, but more like they've just been parts of other... Like, Mathmech you'll see in decks, but you won't really see a Mathmech deck. You see other decks using pieces of Mathmech. Same with Isolde and Fiendsmith and Sprite. Let's see. Last few. I'm surprised Memento ended up being one of the last decks here. Memento. I haven't seen recently, but I feel like okay. Memento I've not ran into on Striker, but I saw it like a bunch last month, so I feel like I can still give an opinion on it. I feel like on Striker it would be easier than how I had it last month. However, last month when I dealt with Medolce? It's not Medolce. When I dealt with Memento, it was like really... It put up quite the fight. Memento would be quite a bit of trouble. Mostly because they recur so much and they just blow up so much stuff, and they get really big. So if you don't stop them enough, they can just kind of run over and kill you, even if you've otherwise shut off all their interaction. which means they take quite a bit of effort. I feel pretty comfortable putting that in uphill battle. Now we have 2 last ones, and of course these are the ones I have very varied opinions about. We'll leave the mirror match for last. Tearlament. I have run into a couple of times. But, of course, most of my Tearlament opinions are from playing Tearlaments so much myself. Before I did... the last tier I climbed, I did on Malice, but before that I did it on Tearlament. I got almost to Master. I was at like Diamond 3 or 2 on tier. So I have pretty strong opinions about tier. But... tier is also like... it's hard to pilot. And most Master Duel players aren't playing tier that well. So it's not that hard to deal with. And also, it's just... yeah, it's had so many hits, it's lost so much stuff. There's also a lot of ways of playing tier, and there's a lot of things you can play tier in. The tier deck I saw was like Fiendsmith tier with something else. I don't remember what. But they, you know, they did their oh, was it Millennium? It might be Millennium. And not just to set up with Zombie Vampire, I think it was doing actual Millennium stuff. But yeah, you can Zombie Vampire to mill a bunch, do Fiendsmith combo, Pilgrim Reaper to mill a bunch, do a bunch of tier stuff. You can set up like real close, and they do still have kit in Master Duel. But they're missing a lot of other stuff. RIP Melee. God, I miss Melee. Now to be fair, I think you could give them one Melee, one with the field spell, they'd probably still be fine. But as of right now, tier is probably just in brain on mode. Partially because, yeah, simply mill the names. Excellent point. Excellent point. You simply hit everything you need first try and tier is godlike. It's just that easy. But yeah, between tier not being that good currently and also the fact that I just know it so well, it's pretty easy to deal with. Granted, tier gets around knowing it super well because there's a luck factor. You can know it as well as you like, but there's still a matter of, you know, if they hit 3 or 4 things, then they get to go off. But I think it's pretty easy to deal with. Also, with Striker, we have, what's it called? Shark Cannon. Banishing Havness is really bad. Banishing Kick Close is really bad. And then lastly, the mirror match. I've only had a couple of Striker mirror matches. One of them was really funny. They called by Raye, and I cross-outed Widow Anchor. Honestly, because it is a mirror match, it mostly comes down to deck knowledge and draw luck. I think tier is the kind of deck where draw luck. Yep, I play Sky Striker, and we're going to be playing Sky Striker when we swap over to Master Duel itself. Draw luck is a factor. I feel like draw luck isn't a major factor in tier because you can get into so much of your... You draw into your starter super easily. Either Raye or Engage or Linkage or anything like that. So I don't think the draw luck's that much of a factor, and then from there you can get into so much of your deck. You can draw so much of your deck. Game knowledge and matchup knowledge for Striker v Striker is really big, especially when it comes to things like banishing their strikers from grave, stealing their strikers. Hamp against Striker is really good because it's not an ace, you can't link it off, but it sticks them in the MMZ so they can't use their spells. Knowing the difference between a Striker that has been summoned off of Raye's effect or Linkage and one that's been summoned naturally is the difference between one you can Shark Cannon to your field and not. I'm going to put it in Love to See It, not because it's easy, but because it's just a really fun mirror match. And I think that is a fair placement. It is a fair reason to put something there. I see a lot of Sky Striker last night on Twitch. Sky Striker got a couple of pieces of support added to Master Duel last week that are both really good and make it way better and are really fun to play with. The whole reason I'm going to be playing Striker tonight is because they added the Striker stuff. Striker was already one of my favorite, if not my favorite decks. But they added Striker stuff. They added Zero and Luminous Gate. Both are really cool cards, really fun cards. They also added, what's it called? Amatsu, which is still good, but not as good as those two. Really good cards, really fun cards. Let Striker do a lot. So everybody's playing it, especially on Twitch, because Striker is really popular. And I'm going to be playing it because I just love using the... Striker is already fun to play. These new cards make it even more fun to play. Do you one Strikers on now? Not one trick, but... Okay. I don't one trick Striker, necessarily. The 3 decks I've played the most over the past... Okay, the 3 decks I play them... Okay, the 2 decks I play the most are Striker and Tailorman. Third place after that kind of depends. I play a lot of Centurion, I play a lot of Malice, I play a lot of Trap Tricks, I play a lot of Madolche, but that kind of depends on the when and the where. I don't really play Trap Tricks and Madolche in Rank Ladder, but they come up a lot in events. They're really good in Dice Rally. I've had a lot of luck with them in Dice Rally, for example. Malice I played a lot, obviously, because it came out. And Centurion is probably is probably third place for most played, but I don't play it nearly as much as Striker and Tailorman. So let's see. So in the love to see it tier, we have Tachyons because they're easy, Gem Knights because they're easy, Tempai because making Tempai go first is really, really funny. Tempai should be in here. By all means, they should be in Please God Now. But because we're playing going second, we make them go first, and that's just so good. And the Striker's here because of the mirror match. Drain Unload, the decks that aren't, necessarily easy to fight, but aren't a massive issue. We have Crystron, we have Raid Raptors, Yubel, Centurion, Voiceless Voice, what's it called? Pearly, Tailorments. Uphill Battle, we have Fire King. Fire King again, because it's here twice for some reason. Snake Eyes, all 3 of these are essentially the same deck. They'll almost always be together. Branded, it's Branded, decently difficult deck to fight against, but not the hardest thing in the world. Lab is especially an uphill battle in this kind of deck because it's a really good grind game, and we're kind of a grind deck. We sort of go in between, but against Lab, it's definitely a grind game. Dragon Maid with its new support puts up a decent amount of stuff. White Forest, like as well. Orcus has its new support. It can put up a decent kind of board, but not the hardest thing to break, especially on Tailorments. Oh my god, I'm going crazy. Especially on Striker. And I haven't run into on Striker, but I can't imagine it'd be very hard. And on Striker, it's probably here. But from past experience, it's here. I just pray that the Striker player does not have Hamp whenever I stick a 6-map Magnus on board. Yeah, so thankfully, Magnus specifically, because he shuts off searching, in most cases, Striker can get around a draw. Like, they don't want to, but they can get around a draw or a Magnus or a Colossus by dumping to grave and then adding with Kagari. But you cannot do that with Hamp, because it's not a spell, it's a monster. To get to Hamp, you need to use Engage. So if you can't add cards, you can't get to Hamp. And you're only playing one Hamp, there's no reason to play more than one Hamp. So, yeah, Magnus is like, kind of luck dependent. Let's see. Fighting for my life, we have all the strongest decks. Obviously, Malice, Rizal, Mitsurugi, meta decks, best in the game right now. Not surprising. And then, Lunalight is here, of my own opinion, because 2 towers is really hard to deal with, and if you don't deal with them and you don't set up well to survive, they can kill you really easily back. Please God no. Blue Eyes, I just don't want to deal with Blue Eyes. It's a long combo, they put up a bunch of annoying stuff, it's just not fun to deal with. Gimmick Puppet is an FTK. Atlantean, or Mermail, or whichever, it's both really. Hand Drips, and this just represents all stun. This is just stun. Who likes dealing with stun? Even if we're Striker, we don't like dealing with stun. It's not an issue, really. It's just not fun to deal with. So, as for the haven't seen it list, what deck is good to play? So we have Goblin Biker, Heraldic, Mathmech, Melodious, Noble Knights, well, Noble Knights, yeah, what's her name? So the card on stun is Inspector Border, which isn't a deck, it's just a single card. Which is why I'm saying this is probably representing stun as a whole. Because it's a very popular stun card, it's a very powerful stun card. Warrior Pile, it's probably Warrior Pile. I guess it could be like Infernoble, but realistically it's Warrior Pile. Isolde, that's her name. It's like 99 out of 100 chance Warrior Pile. Go, I know is supposed to be good. It's new, it's got new support cards. It's rank 4, so it makes Risal stuff, but I've literally just not seen it. So it has to go down here because I've not seen it. Adagnista I've not seen. Obviously Adagnista is played in Malice, but I've not seen an actual Adagnista deck be played. Fiendsmith is a weird one, but Fiendsmith isn't a pure deck. It gets played in other decks, but that's kind of hard to rate because decks that play Fiendsmith like a realistic amount, I'm involving that in their rating. And honestly, like, I don't know what I'd put. I haven't even seen Fiendsmith that much recently. And then Sprite, like I said before, Sprite, I've only really seen it when I've played it. Oh yeah, that's the other thing I play a bunch of is Live Twin Sprite, but not in a while, and mostly in events. Fiendsmith's like the Beacon Mini deck 10 years ago. I mean, it's like the most recent of the... Okay, it's the second most recent of a thing that is then in deck, because the most recent one was Mitsurugi. Raye still... Fiendsmith is still good. Well, yeah, Hero's never gonna be starving for support because it's Hero. The only thing that gets lucky with support is, like, Blue Eyes. And arguably Branded. But... Well, arguably Striker. But it's Hero. Kind of shocked Hero's not on here, but I guess it's not that common. I feel like you still see it unranked though. So as for the decks and haven't seen it, I guess if you want like a surprise deck, it's probably Go. It got new support. It can do rank 4 stuff, which means Ryzeal. You can play with Ryzeal as well. Go, whatever. It doesn't matter. It's probably the best deck here, if I just had to take a quick guess. Plus it means you get to pull from the most recent pack, which means you potentially pull... oh god, what is it? It's Striker and... Let me just open the shop and check. It's Striker and what else is in that pack? Oh right, Lunalight, of course. But yeah, I'll say this is a solidly reasonable list with strong opinions granted. If somebody looked at this and assumed it was a meta tier list, they would be horrified, but that's not what we're doing. Anyway, that's the funny tier list out of the way. That actually took way longer than I thought it would. Yeah, why... This is supposed to take like 20-30 minutes. I've been here an hour already. Oh god. There is a lot of decks listed here, that's true. There's more decks listed here. Last stream on Sunday was the first time I tried doing one of these tier list things, and What deck would surprise me in ladder? I mean, it'd probably be automatic just because I don't know what it does. I've not run into it. I wouldn't know where to hit it. But I don't know what might have... You know, other people are probably more gonna have more experience with it. It might not be that much of a surprise for other people. I just haven't seen it. Oh god. Deck I completely wouldn't expect to see. I mean, some of these are still rare. Like, Voiceless isn't very common. Lab isn't very common. I guess Melodious or Mathmech 2. I don't know how well those would pan out. I guess technically, you know, I'd be super shocked if you rolled up with like Venom, but that's because that's a really old, really bad bomb, so I'm not gonna count that. Alright, we will call this tier list completed, which means... Hold on a second. I never set up this list to capture Mastodon. Hold on. There we go. Okay, now I can go over to actually playing Mastodon. Alrighty. Ignore the painfully low gem count. Please do not mind the painfully low gem count. So we're at the very bottom of Diamond currently. I think I've done like a couple of games in here, but not very many. My striker list, let's see. I was gonna make some changes. Right, I was gonna take you out. I want to be as close to 40 as possible because I want to see as many... Mostly I want to see as many of the board breakers as possible, more than anything. I really wish I could play like, what's it called? Chicken Game, but there's too much drawl. Too many people are playing too much drawl. And Striker already suffers against drawl. Chicken Game just makes it worse. Upstart's also pretty bad against drawl, but it's so free that I can't not play it. If we had to sort something else out, yeah, Striker used to be a lot cheaper, and some of these cards, like these are effectively rares, just the alt arts URs. Same with like Shizuku, Hayade. These are all a bit cheaper, but there's a lot of generic staples here, which are UR expensive, and a lot of the Striker support is expensive. If I changed anything else in this deck, I'd probably take out Upstarts and replace them with something else. Super Poly's decent, but I've had too many times where I've Super Poly'd and then been stuck with a guy on board and not been able to get rid of it, and then bricked because Striker needs that board empty. So I've stopped running Super Poly. We can just do a few games and see how it pans out. I don't know what people are doing in Master currently. I would imagine a lot of Mitsurugi Raye more than anything. So we are going to be going second, because this is Striker. This is going second Striker. We're playing Board Breakers. Dragon Mage is good. Dragon Mage is a good deck. Dragon Mage is fine. If I wasn't waiting for the Striker support and some other stuff, I'd have probably built Dragon Maid. It's Lunalight. We're on Lunalight. So we have no interruption. We do have Hamp in my hand already, which is crazy good for dealing with Lunalight. But we don't have interruption, so they're probably going to set up both towers. We can deal with one, but not both. Trickstars plus Darkroom. I don't... No, Trickstars is pretty... I wouldn't say it's like necessarily good. I don't think it would really cut it in Diamond, but in the low ranks especially, you could definitely use Trickstars. And Trickstar Burn is a fun deck. It's not like completely FTK frustrating to duel against. It's not boring to duel against. It's got enough variety that sometimes you gotta flex a bit. And they got a couple of cards recently to make it more interesting, like Noble Angel and is it Aqua Angel? Trickster Aqua Angel, one that's also Marincess, I think. What? Wait, hold on, where's the towers? Did I miss something? Because there was supposed to be a towers. There's supposed to be 2 towers. This isn't even a tower. It can't be targeted, but it's still affected by stuff. This isn't a towers. Oh, my model broke again. Well, I'll fix that while this. I don't even have set cast to back it up. Okay. Well, this is pretty easy to deal with them. Okay, hold on. There's a guy in... I believe there's a guy in grey who is in a gate. There we go. Which is using a gate? Silver Hand. I feel like Masquerade is a 1-card combo into 2 towers, though. I don't know if it's Luck of Monsters. Okay, we lead with Raye, and then we just instantly... we just hamp the towers. Bye! Yeah, and it's that easy. We need a Raye effect to get to 0. Maybe he doesn't know. It'd be really weird to get to Diamond and not know, but I guess it's possible. It could have just... he could have also just messed up. He could have also just misclicked something. It's not impossible. Okay, they have interaction. Itch, Ash Blossom. This is really good for us because we have talents. And honestly... okay. This is interesting. Do we... talents? Okay. I'm gonna talents rip the card. And just leave them on nothing in hand. What is it? It is a 2nd Masquerade. Perfect. Then we can linkage into, I mean, anything, but we're going to go for Higher Day. Go for Higher Day. It's going to be 2,500 because we have a Light and a Dark Engrave. That means we can crash. Higher Day triggers regardless of who gets blown up. So we can send an engage. Now have engage access. Both get popped. We can bring Raye back because our guy was destroyed. And Hamp, as a bonus, when Hamp is destroyed by battle, little known effect, you get to pop a card on your opponent's side of the field. So we can clear this off their field as well, and now they're on actually nothing. Raye comes back, we get a little damage in. And then we can Kagari. How many spells engrave? 4 engrave, so engage will draw us a card. Let's see. All this does is give a fusion monster attack. That does not. Collider Chick does nothing engrave. Gold Leo does nothing engrave. Yeah, none of these guys can activate engrave. So we can just grab like... I guess we just go for the classics. We can get a... what you roll, then do a Shizuku Shuffle, have a negate on board. Or they can just scoop, yeah. That was a shockingly easier than I expected. Okay, guys, look. I know I gotta fight. I know I gotta fight to explain putting Lunar White so high on the list. It normally is harder than that. It normally puts up more effort than that. Normally they put like actual guys on board, not just nothing. I don't know what they were doing. I swear they're normally an issue. Oh no, we lost the coin toss. Now how will we choose to go in the place we want to go? Unless a timeout. Okay, we're going second. Alright. There was potentially a world where they timed that out and we were forced to go first, but no, it's fine. Ooh, Maxi. Hate the guy, but you can't complain about seeing him on your turn. Well, you can complain about seeing him on your turn. You can't complain about seeing him in your hand. Oh yeah. It's Lunalight again. Awesome. Okay, well our hand isn't as good this time for dealing with Lunalight, but we did Maxi him, so maybe they just won't end him as much. Or they'll give us 10 million draws, who knows. Okay, they're getting fusion, so maybe they're actually they actually know what they're doing this time. Do they have Masquerade and Goglio? That's pretty good. Okay, so they do. Oh, and Silverhound in hand? Oh, okay, that hand was kind of cracked. I think that hand was kind of cracked. Drawing Rhoda's crazy, because that's just Raye plus a Spelling Grave. Of course, we gotta have the Striker Alt Art Rhoda, it's just mandatory, how can you not? Black Sheep... Oh, Black Sheep searches Polly, that's funny. King of the Swamp who? Okay, they're doing Polly, they have Lunalight Fusion in hand. They're doing like actual Lunalight stuff. Perfume Dancer. That adds perfume. Second Maxi. That's not what you want to see. The second Maxi doesn't do much. In fact, it does literally nothing. Well, I guess if they summon on their turn. I'm not going to summon on their turn, yeah. Though, yeah, okay, the Maxi does nothing. Yeah, they get to add back Polly because of Masquerade. Yeah, it looks like we're going to see the two towers. They're actually doing the expected combo. Oh, crazy. Ash Blossom draw is... well, actually, wait, no, it might be too late. Ash Blossom's super good, but it might be too late for it to meaningfully hit anything. I mean, we can Ash the Perfume. Second Frost ain't great. Oh. Okay, we know they have Perfume. I would rather hit the Perfume because they're going -1 for it. Not that it matters, because at the end of the day, they're getting the same stuff off of it, but... Then again, what if they just don't activate... What if they just don't activate Perfume? They might just not activate Perfume, in which case that Ash is wasted. So maybe I should have just sent it. Hi, Pilly. Which one's this? Okay, there's the first towers. The towers has hit the board. Lightning Storm is really nice. We can hit the back row with that still. Lightning Storm is really nice to see. Okay, they're adding Polly back to hand. They have Lunalight Fusion in hand still, right? I don't know if they've used the Masquerade second effect yet. Is it lingering still? I'm not sure. Okay, we can Maxi this. Maxi? Well, of course we can Maxi this. We can Ash Blossom this. Unsurprisingly, Maxi has put in a lot of work, but we still don't have Hamp. Ooh, hi Tiger. Did they add Tiger? Did they add Tiger or did they have it the whole time? Second Ash, very funny. I think they might have had Tiger the entire time too. Or... No, God Leo added it back. Okay. Okay, they did not. They got that. Right, time for the soft womps. Time for the soft womps Monster Reborn. Don't you love the fact that Tiger is a soft womps return? Isn't that super cool? Isn't that amazing that they can soft womps on a pendulum Monster Reborn and then bounce it back and do it again? Isn't it cool they have cards in deck that bounce it back to let them do it again? Shoutouts to back in the day when... Okay, Droll... Droll is bad because we don't want to Droll our Mexi. But yeah, shoutouts to back in the day when... Light was really good as a rank 4 deck. Because of Tiger. Saber Dancer. I'll deal with Saber Dancer. Saber Dancer's fine still. Is it not 2 towers? Are they only doing 1? Really? Okay. Right then. Do you do anything? You don't do anything. Saber Dancer doesn't do anything besides be untargetable and big. Raye Dancer does do something. It can Raigeki our board. So I could Lightning Storm to nuke the Saber Dancer, but I feel like I can out it better. So I'm gonna blow up their spell traps, especially to get Tiger out of here. If I'm lucky, they use some kind of monster effect to turn Thrust on. Nice. And with Thrust on, we can... I mean, what's the word? We can Thrust for Engage for Hemp. Monster from data hand except later on then. I mean, we'll just Ash that. No reason not to just use the second Ash on that. Okay, let's see. Do they have... Silverhound? We'll deal with Silverhound, with Shark Cannon. Like, this just deals with Silverhound. They now cannot negate it. Like, they can negate it. It's just that they're negating the thing that was getting rid of it. Awesome. Also, even if they hadn't had Tiger, this would have turned Thrust on. Okay, Thrust for Engage. Love how we didn't draw Engage off of all that. Is the third spell engrave? Third spell engrave. But just in case, we'll do a search first for Raye, so that we're less likely to draw Raye. Okay, chat, say it with me. Activate Engage. No response. We grab Hamp. And we draw Linkage. Awesome. We'll put you on board. Okay, normal summon Raye. They can't Raigeki Raye because she's normal summoned. Special summon Hamp. And we added the towers. It's that easy. Give an interaction. Oh, they can bounce it back. That's completely fine. Well, that is completely fine. Do I want to let you do that? Also, just target. This is not target. Okay. You know what? I just won't let you do that. You have 3. I don't think it's negated. No, it's not negated. We ashed it, which only negates that effect, not the monster as a whole. Yeah, I guess we should have just Widow Anchored this. Would have saved us an Ash, but oh well. Oh, they have a targeting protection negate. Well, I have a second Widow Anchor, so who's really winning? And we can set all of these back because we put light roll on board already. I do not want to take control of a monster. So what we're going to do, Raye is going to tag into Zero. We're not going to use Zero's Surge effect, because you can only use one of Zero's effects. You're going to pick between them each turn. We're going to opt not to do that, so we can use Zero's second effect. This tags into Raye and Rose, and pops a card on field. That pop doesn't target. Did you know that Saber Dancer isn't destruction immune? It just can't be targeted. Normally, Striker sucks with dealing with targeting protection, because all its stuff targets. Except for now, they have a thing that doesn't target. You'll love to see it. Let's see then. Can we just pop a card? Yeah, sure, let's just pop a card. But can we... okay, can we kill? Yeah, we'll just pop Hamp, I guess. I'm thinking, can we kill? So we go to Kagari. Oh, or they can scoop. So I was thinking, we go to Kagari, you can beat over the defense position monster. We add back engage, we engage for the last linkage. Free linkage. They have 9,000 health. We can do... Okay, we can't kill. We can do 7.5. But I guess it doesn't matter, because they just scooped up. They scooped up because we just added everything. And they had, what, one card left in hand? And we were guaranteed to have negates and a banish from Grave and all sorts of things that just deal with them. Lovely. Oh, Striker, my beloved. How fun you are. Going second. So the thing with Striker... Oh, this is a real good going second hand. Started with, we got Raye, you got Hamp, we got Lightning Storm, started with Limit Gate. It's Raid Raptor. Perfect. They don't know we can have towers. Oh, poor Raid Raptor. Oh, poor predictable Raid Raptor. Always for towers. Never fails. So the thing with Striker, that is one of the reasons I really like it, is that Striker is such a Swiss Army knife of a deck. It has so many different specific tools for dealing with stuff. That makes it really fun, and it can get out of a lot of situations. It also makes it really hard, in a way, just because you need to know what to hit. You need to know what you need to get to hit things with. Like knowing which decks are best to deal with Afterburners or Jamming Waves, or obviously Widow Anchor is always good, but Shark Cannon against certain decks is like really lethal. Knowing, especially now with Zero, Zero gives you the choice between searching and destroying, tagging and destroying. And that tag and destroy gives you 2 monsters on the board. You can go into another guy for another pop or a banish Zeke. You have to know how to when to do things and when to hold on doing things in order to efficiently and effectively hit your opponent right where it hits. And that can be hard, because especially on Master Duel, because in paper you have a decent chance of knowing, okay, I'm gonna run into like this handful of decks at a tournament, most likely. Maybe not all locals, but at high end, you got a decent chance of knowing what you're gonna run into. You can side for it as well. Master Duel, you can know a lot of what you're going to run into. Like, I can say with confidence, I'm going to see a lot of Mitsu Raziel. But you're going to see a lot of other stuff too, and a lot of stuff you wouldn't expect or wouldn't know how to deal with. Or might not know how to deal with. So, like, if you run into something really niche, like, or weird, like... let's just say Hero. Knowing how to deal with it in the specific way, not only like what their weak points are, but knowing, okay, how does the hero player play? What are they likely to do? What can you bait them into doing that lets them you hit them with something else? For example, dealing with DPE, you know you can do certain things to bait them into using it, or you can force them to use it like afterburners. If they use it, you can hit it with shark cannon. So knowing you can get the shark cannon to deal with it by forcing it and then forcing it into activating it to get it off the board so you can shark cannon it is a really useful skill to have. And that's just for, you know, one deck. You can apply it to all sorts of other things. If you run into, like, I don't know, Madolche. I think Madolche a lot. I don't know how to do Madolche. Why is the 7 Sins on board? 7 Sins? Why is 7 Sins on board? What are they doing with 7 Sins? What are you doing with 7 Sins? Are you ranking up with 7 Sins to get to Arsenal Falcons or the Falcon is like a 13 or something? But don't you just get to that normally? I don't think I've seen them use 7 Sins before. What are we doing? We're making them freeze? Is that a rank 3? Oh, there is. Okay. But I've not seen this before. What's it doing? Oh, we linked off 7 Sins. Okay, what are we making? That's Arsenal Falcon. Okay, we're ranking up into CXC's Gimmick Puppet. Is it Gimmick Puppet? Wait, is it Gimmick Puppet? Are we in the oh god no category? I don't know how to deal with Gimmick Puppet. They've put 7 Sins on our board. Oh, we're getting FTK'd. Okay, we're losing 4,000. Oh, we're getting FTK'd. Oh, we're getting FTK'd. Oh no. Okay, 7,000. Rising Rebellion Falcon. Destroy monsters. Ah! I see! Raid Raptor FTK. Pardon me a moment. I'm just going to make a small change to this tier list, if you don't mind. I'm just going to make a small change to this tier list, and we can just all agree that change is very suitable, yes? Yeah? Yeah? We can put Raid Raptor in there now? Cool. Cool. Why does Raid Raptor... Why? Why does Raid Raptor FTK now? We were on such a nice swell streak, and then we got Raid Raptor FTK'd. We're against question marks. Hold on, you can't, let me just disappear for a second. We're against question marks. We're against 4 question marks. What are they going to do? What are we about to be hit by? What, hold on, what? Okay. This is either going to be just powerful meta or the wildest stuff you've ever seen. Fiendsmith. Okay, we have Maxi. Okay. They don't have a note for the Maxi. They don't have a note for the Maxi. We have Raye, Talent Thrust. Really good. Honestly, I won't complain about the shotgun either. Almost all meta decks have OTK FTK these days. FTK, not really. FTKs are still pretty rare. It's Evil Eye? It's Evil Eye. I mean, I can deal with Evil Eye. But it's Evil Eye. What are you doing here? This isn't where you belong. How did you get here? Why is it Evil Eye? Okay. What was I saying? Yeah, most decks don't have an FTK. FTKs are still pretty rare. OTKs are funny because a lot of decks can OTK really easily. But I feel like a lot of recent decks have actually gotten really good at not getting OTK'd. Okay, well, I mean, Evil Eye is easy to deal with. Let's see, what does all this do? Doing damage calculation, don't care. If it's come in the field zone, it's destroyed by card effect, you can target an Evil Eye in graveyard, add it to hand. Awesome. Can destroy battle opponent's card effects and cannot target with card effects. Each time the monster's effect or an Evil Eye spell trap is activated, it gains 500 attack, and if it does, you lose 500 life points. If this card's in your graveyard, you can pay 1,000, bonus spell trap, set this card, set a card. Serziel. Quick effect, attack this monster your opponent controls, destroy it. Fine enough. And once per turn, during the next phase of the card, activate destroy a card you control. This is really easy to deal with, actually. So let's just do it. Like, okay, we'll just make 0. Make 0. Negates the bound of the 2 packet. Well, spells are still really powerful. Spells are still extremely powerful as tools for getting started. A lot of decks like to set traps nowadays. A lot of decks, because back in the day when so much stuff was concentrated into the monsters, it got really, not easy, but you could shut a lot of decks down just by its draw. Whatever. Whatever. I hate Joel. Do I just... Like, okay, engage is shut off. Talents can't draw cards. Thrust can't add a card. I'd probably still thrust for something, but... I'm gonna Talents rip the card out of their hand. Just, what is this? You're not gonna get to use it, but what is this? It is Engraver. Buy Engraver. Yeah. So what was I saying? A lot of decks. I guess I'm just running you over. I'm gonna take 400. Oh no. A lot of decks used to compel a lot of their power into the monsters. This meant that if the monsters got removed, they would lose most of the time. We're gonna take 400, but it's... Can it be show the battle? Oh. Tragic, really. This means that for decks to become more powerful, they had to spread their interaction outside of the monsters. So decks started getting a lot of interaction that was also on the spells and traps. This is true of a lot of the current meta decks. Malice has a spell that's a negate and a trap that will banish a card. Mitsurugi has Raziel has a negate on the spell, on the field spell. I'm perfectly fine with you blowing up 0. And Mitsurugi has, it does have a negate on the monster, but it also has a negate trap. And as a ritual deck, a lot of its plays revolve around spells. Ironically, this means that, again, a lot of interaction has been spread. Traps have become kind of more important, not in the classic way of just things you'd add into your deck, but as things you can search as part of your deck's combo in order to create an end board. So traps have become part of end boards again. Same with spells. And also, there's just not been as many negates. Like, there's still some negates, but the days of like late Arc V, early Vrains of like 5, 6, 7 negate boards, you still have some. Blue Eyes puts up a lot of negates. It's really annoying. They just got rid of all that. Is there a reason I couldn't? Is there a reason I couldn't Raye? Huh. But yeah, a lot of the current meta decks don't put up that many negates. Malice puts up one, I think, maybe two. Plus it, but Malice also puts up like a couple of field banishes. It banishes from your graveyard. I think it has a pop somewhere, but don't quote me on it. What's that noise? Huh. Maybe the wind. What do you do? Send from next go. Raye has a negate on the field spell. It also has quick effect pops on, I think it's Detonator has the pops. Mitsurugi has a negate. Mitsurugi has a couple of negates, but one of the negates is like, you can allow yourself to be negated or discard a card. So you can make it into a hand rip, and sometimes it's better for you, honestly, to discard a card. And sometimes it's better not to. It adds like an interesting layer of player interaction. Am I dead to Evil Eyes? There's no way I'm dead to Evil Eye, right? It would have to do like almost 8,000. Like, this is gonna get big. It's not lethally big. This is 5,000 on board right now. Link for 3. Zerziel. You can make a second attack. Okay, that's fine. How many spells engrave? 1. So we can banish, we can't special summon. They're gonna set the Evil Eye card? That's fine. Oh, they have... Okay, this guy has an Evil Eye on both eyes. Awesome. This guy has a lot of attack and he can hit twice. I think we may be dead. Yeah, that's an issue. Bro, how many eyes do you have? Like, does he have them on like the chest eye, the shoulder eyes, the hand eyes? You know, of all the things I thought I'd get defeated by, Evil Eye wasn't one of them. But no, I guess I should have taken Evil Eye more seriously. Okay, fair enough. I get it. I get it. You got hands. I trust you now. Whatever ping down here. What the heck is this? I don't care. Thank you, Discord. Very cool. Gem Turtle. You have the Gem Turtle, mate. So they've been playing. Alrighty. They did choose to go first. This hand is fine. Ash Blossom's nice. When I started running this deck, Small World, I will let resolve. When I started running this deck, I was not playing Ash Blossom, I was playing all going second cards, plus like Maxi. Quickly realized that was unfortunately not gonna handle it in Master Duel. You need some interruption still, a lot of the time. Just like a little thing to just weaken the end board just enough to let you crack it when you actually hit going second. Okay, so Small World, reveal Ghost Spell. What does Ghost Spell link to from deck? Ragnaraka, Wicked Butterfly. So what does this link to? That you'd be running Ragnaraka for? Reptile? Is it Mitsurugi? Or is it actually Plant? It could be Ragnaraka, it could be Mitsurugi. But I feel like all of those chain too much to... It's Plant. It's Rose with. Ooh, can it only activate one spell trap card each turn? That is a problem for Striker. But they didn't do anything. Okay, Maxi is fine. I will Ash the Maxi. Am I allowed to resolve Rhoda? Because if Rhoda resolves, I just get Raye and win. Reinforcement of the army. No interaction. Awesome. Normal summon Raye. Battle phase. Swing. Right, so they're dead on board. Okay, this is really funny. At least I think they're dead on board. I don't know exactly how much this does. They did save... they saved 400 life points. Never mind, they know. So it used to be that to OTK Striker, you needed to have an empty... you needed to have Raye and a linkage going into an empty board. Thanks to Zero, you now need Raye going into a mostly empty board. Because you can swing with Raye, tag into Zero, Zero adds linkage, swing with Zero, linkage Zero into Kagari. Zero counts as a light, so Kagari becomes 2500. Kagari, add back linkage, swing with Kagari, linkage into whoever, swing for 25. And that's like a 8500? So I think they were dead, yeah. Yeah, they were dead. They needed like 600 or more. Or more than 500 rather. To live. Well, that was... We've had very swingy games. Either we've won against stuff that should have been a massive issue, or we've lost against stuff that should have been really easy. Okay, we win the contest, we're going second. So honestly, anytime we're going second, chances are people are assuming we're a Tenpai player. They could guess that we're a Striker player because, I mean, look at us. Striker sleeves, Striker board, Striker mate. Centurion accessory. But going second, I think people almost always assume, what are they called? I just said the name, why can't I remember the stupid dragons? Tenpai. 2-1. Hold on. One against Lunalight. One against Lunalight. Lost against Raidraptor. Lost against... Are we 2-2? We beat... Oh no, 3-2. We beat Lunalight twice, we beat Naturia. We lost to... Raidraptor, and we lost to... Evil Eye. Which sounds really dumb when I say it out loud. But we did lose to Evil Eye. Maybe the spirit of Almond Eye has possessed them. Right, what did they hit? Losing a race sucks, but... Well, losing one Raye is fine. They do now... Actually, no, they don't know one Raye. We forget one. True! You're right, we're actually 3-1. We are 3-1. This Spanish is face down, they don't know this is Raye. I don't think. Is that a Rise Heart? I don't want to deal with a Rise Heart. We have Hamp. We have Hamp. Oh, thank God, I just realized we have Hamp. The only potential issue... If they get the cards onto a Rise Heart and banish Raye before we Hamp, that's an issue. Otherwise, we're solid. If we get to Genesis, Regenesis Kashtira. That makes sense. Regena Cash makes sense. That's a pretty decent set. Okay, Widow Anchor also goes hard. I can be greedy and Widow Anchor this. This just puts Frost on live. I'm gonna let this resolve because I want to make sure we get rid of this Arise Heart. Do we normal summon? No, we can't do it there. That zone's empty. My bad. We normal summon. They can't banish her with Arise Heart. He doesn't have enough material. Regenesis Heartstream doesn't have anything. Fenrir, we need to activate something to become live. Okay, awesome. Arise Heart's gone. Okay, Arise Heart's gone. Macro's turned off. We can now safely do Extra Striker stuff. Oh, Arise Heart is such a we're so lucky we had Hamp in hand. So lucky we had Hamp. The Widow Anchor might have also done it, but the Hamp. Ooh, so lucky. Okay. They're gonna banish 0. That is... yeah, that's fine. We have a second one, and this makes Raye come back, so Fenrir banishing 0 doesn't really do anything. Okay, Raye come back. All it does is really oh, you get to hit another zone. Horror. Okay, bro, you know I'm on Striker. You should be hitting the spell trap zones now. Are you kidding me? I hate Droll and Lockbird. I hate Droll and Lockbird. I hate Droll and Lockbird. Can't believe it. I hate Droll. I hate Droll. I hate Droll. Droll is the worst. I said it on Twitter. I'd rather Droll gets banned before Maxi. Droll is such a miserable card. Like now, what? Frost is dead. Engage is dead. We can't. We could have gotten like a second engage use, a third engage use. Oh, and they just flipped his face down. Even better. I hate engage. I hate it. Not engage. Engage. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that. I love engage. Engage is my favorite card. Engage is beloved. But I hate Droll. I'm running a single Droll just so that Cross Out can hit Droll. I hate Droll so much. So bad. And like, it's good. I get that it's good. But I hate it so much. Why is it legal in Genesis? Why is it so low in Genesis? Why is Droll so low in Genesis and not Ash Blossom? I hate it. Such a miserable card. Okay. We can for us, but there's not much point. Do we do anything out of this position? They run over Raye. They run over Raye, we can linkage. We can negate a card and linkage. Linkage into 0 is still really good. That is a pop. Let's just get Raye and... Or they can have Feather Duster while Raye is set on the field and we don't get the chance to do anything. You know, sometimes they just have every card that they need. Sometimes it just doesn't matter what your hand is, they just have every counter. You can't do anything about it. There's no point getting upset over it. It's just like, it is a card game. I cannot blame my opponent. But I can blame Droll and Lockbird. Alright, chat. What's your least favorite hand trap? What could it possibly be? Because I know mine is Droll. Mine is Droll. By a metric margin, my least favorite hand trap is Droll. Not even close. Maxi, I would expect a lot of Maxi. I would expect a lot of Maxi. And I get it. I do. It's also terrible. Best world, they're both gone. But Droll is... Man, at least Maxi gives you the illusion of choice. ATM Dominus, I mean, that's fair. I assume you mean Impulse. Because Purge is just worse Blossom. But that's fair. Dominus... Dominus is also really bad. Oh, I like this. Okay, wait. Okay, wait. Hold on. Oh, hold on. Chat, sorry, I'm hiding you for a second. I like the Spore icon. Ash Blossom, by the way. Spore icon with the Orcus accessory is really nice. I love that the name is Chain Havness. I can relate to this. Okay, chat, welcome back. Yeah, sometimes it really is just normal summon Kaleido Trick. Does that do anything by itself, though? Oh, it sure does if you have Lunalight Perfume. Alright. Let's see. Every Lunalight game we've opened Shark Cannon, which is crazy. But Engage Shark Cannon Linkage is really nice. Hopefully they can't make the second tower. Because this deals with them. This deals with two towers. One tower really easily. Two towers is a bit more of an issue. What are you doing? Resolving Silverhand? Oh, finding the thing to summon. Ah, the second Kaleido Trick. Chat, don't you love the fact that the best part about Kaleido Trick's effect is the send? Well, I'd sure hope not. Because that, my friend, is not part of the effect. That is part of the cost. Which means even if it's negated, it still goes to grave. It's gone before you even have the chance to react. I love Yu-Gi-Oh! Rulings. I love how cost works. Okay, Poly... Two? Is this Perfume? Is Perfume not once per turn? Wow, Perfume isn't once per turn. Okay, that's fair. I mean, it literally is fair, but that's a crazy card on that, guys. You also get to add back Poly. You do gotta appreciate a fusion archetype in 2025 using Poly this much. I do like that there's a lot of fusion archetypes that use Poly a lot. But Lunalight... I feel like Lunalight and maybe Hero are the ones that use the most, but even Hero doesn't use it as much as I feel like Lunalight does. I mean, Lunalight has cards dedicated to searching it. It literally has its own King of the Swamp. And also, a card that lets you use it again. Oh, Fluffle! Fluffle as well. Fluffle as well. I mean, Fairy Fair Patchwork was literally the Poly Searcher. If only they didn't give it to us. Like, 2 years late. Yep, there it is. Card negated, still sent to grave. Sent for cost, you love to see it. Perfume Dancer. Bounces Tiger. Which means you can reset Tiger. Note that it's option... Huh? Okay, we're not. We wanted to soft reset. We wanted to resend Kaleido Trick. I'm gonna put Leo Dancer in grave. So we can pop... Yeah, okay. Wait, make it Poly? Wait. Is this right? Is this only one tower again? Yes. This is only Liger Dancer. I know they can make 2 towers. Maybe I'm missing something. Huh, okay. Perfume, discard, element stuff in the hand. Well, they can't. They already used the banish from Masquerade. Will they add back? Oh, wait, Wolf. They set scales. Fashion tells from your field or graveyard. Oh, okay. Is this the second? Okay, 2 towers. 2 towers. The 2 towers are real. Alright. Now we have to deal with... Okay, second engage is very funny. Okay, we engage... Oh, I should have shot cannon. I forgot about shot cannon. Ugh. Okay, they didn't interact. Let me shot cannon real quick. And get rid of you. No interaction? Okay. Awesome. I'd like to get rid of... I should have done shot cannon first. Yeah, okay. Now I'm done, because now we're gonna... Of course they're gonna do this now. This is such a wrong way to play it out. This like just forces the linkage it out because yeah, of course it does. Okay. Okay, what I should have done is shot cannon first. I should have done shot cannon first. But I didn't. Oh well. Now, the second engage will give us a draw, but this first one won't. That is, the free spell's gone to grave. Righto. Grab Hamp to deal with one of these fellas. Here's where things get awkward. Hamp you can only summon once per turn. Short of getting enough material to make Underworld Goddess, we do not have a method of adding the second tower. So we got a 0. Yeah, we missed. We wasted that engage. One engage would have gone to 0 and gotten us another. Engage. But it's fine. You can engage here. So the play is essentially we need to get Hamp back in our hand, most likely through Lemner's Gate. And we need to survive the next turn. Which, to be fair, they don't have extension, I don't think. See, the thing they can do now is they can Liger Dancer to blow up our guy. I think the thing we do need is we need the linkage. We can get to Kigaru. We'll get another draw of it. Wedanka's really nice. Droplet's going to put in a lot of work too. Droplet won't work against the towers, against Liger Dancer, but it will work on everything else. If they... Okay, look at me check with this. If they blew us up there, we needed to spend a spell so that we still had a send off of our linkage. Okay, we go for engage. So, things we can get. I think we get multi-roll and then we Shizuku end phase add Lemnis Gate. The issue is they're probably gonna blow up Shizuku. So you might want to get Lemskeet now. We only need to shuffle back 4 guys, which is super easy. Advance you to hand. Then we probably have enough stuff to interrupt any follow-up and live a turn. Oh, Frost is insane. Frost is a crazy draw for Engage. God, I love Engage. God, I love Engage. Do we have a third Engage left in deck? No, we should have Lemniscated first. Can I do that now? You would lose Raye. Okay, it's fine. We just won't get Engage. Oh, we'll get Feather Duster. We'll blow up the back row. This makes it even safer. Because you'll get a special summon off a Tiger. That's kind of it. This leaves him on even less stuff. It's perfect, really. One could say that we're cleaning up. Swish, swish. Dust, dust. Take out that monster. Yep, you can get to do that. We can Ash Blossom this. We'll spend the Ash on this. Because I want that Widowanker in hand. Let me go check. Shizuku. Okay, Shizuku does low attack and defense. I always forget if it's just attack. I think there's some support on his attack. Okay. I'm gonna go to battle to clear over this. Just letting it go through. Okay. Main 2. We just put another guy in grave and then Lemniscate's alive, so who do we want? I mean Shizuku, right? In theory we just sit on Shizuku. Like this is the guy you probably blow up. But at that point we just Raye into something else. Probably Amatsu. Alright. Here's the trick for dealing with 2 towers, chat. Lemniscate, shuffle back, I mean anything you want. We can shuffle back. Let's just shuffle back 2 engages. You might draw 1, who knows. We got shuffle back. Return a card to hand for every 3 cards shuffled. Hamp goes to hand. Now Hamp can only be summoned once per turn. Okay, they've realised the threat. Hamp can only be summoned once per turn. Well, by that effect, I guess you could tribute summon it, or summon it some other way. But, yeah. That is their once per turn pop off of Lagadancer. Raye comes back. I guess Lemniscate, because that effect is technically alive, but yeah. Okay, we can do that. Set a couple cards to deal with any follow-up they might have. Basically, the only downside is... Oh, sick. Yeah, so they can swing hard, really hard once with Lagadancer, but that won't kill us. And then Raye comes back and is in defense. And then we don't tag Raye out, we just eat the hit, we let Raye die. And then next turn we can hamp him. The only issue is, and the thing they don't realize, is that we would not have had a way of putting a striker on field unless we drew 1. But this is fine. 2 more wins, Diamond tier 4. Can we get a tier up before stream ends? Let us find out. We've got at least 30 minutes left. Knowing how we normally go. Probably more, but we'll see. Second, we are going second. Chat, they don't know. Chat, they do not know. Droll in hand. That is our single droll. We're playing one droll for cross out, and we do droll. And loath as I am to use droll, because I hate it, we can use droll. This is 55 cards. This is 55 cards, and they're using bonfire, so we can immediately droll. Curious. Yeah, that's about what I expected. I mean, yeah, just droll them. Poplar is now not going to do anything. Thanks. They will special summon Poplar, but they're not going to be able to do anything with it. It's not going to search because they got drolled. We're under droll now. Frost, but they can only set a card. Well, they can only set a card anyway. Threatening Roar. Yeah, that's fine. We're not killing them, but they think we're Tempai. And it's fine if we don't kill them because we can set up instead. And Striker can still do a lot. Ash Blossom's real nice. Do I want to just cross out? Probably. They only have one card in hand. They only have one card in hand. And maybe I should have cross-added. Maybe I should have cross-added for something. For what? What do I have cross-added for? Ash Blossom myself? Maybe. Then that turns mine off. Maxi? Yeah, that might have been the safest bet, but then I just use it. Ace 0 gets us to... Okay, not engage, engage. I think if they have a monster effect in hand, that turns triple trapped on, which is really nice. Unfortunately, I think it's mostly going to be spell trap interruption, if anything. They have some kind of interaction. What are they thinking about? What do they have? What could they possibly do? Okay. My water's empty. After this duel, even though we're like growing kind of close to end time, after this duel I'm going to take a real quick BRB break to refill my water. Because my throat's kind of miserable right now. Whoa, hey, thanks, buddy. Thanks, buddy, you must have known. Alright, awesome. In that case, 1 minute away from the streak. Alright, chat, I'll be like 2 or 5 minutes. We'll see. 1 minute. Stay hydrated, indeed. Alright, chat, I'm back. And with that, I can hit... bring us back. Alrighty. You probably should have taken a break earlier, but yeah, we do. We bank. Real and true, my friend. Alrighty, last. If we win this, we rank up. But you know how it goes, the rank up game's always the worst. Rank up game against the Rescue Rabbit Maid is a horrifying prospect. I suppose if we get FTK'd, I won't be shocked. Destiny board mate. Okay, or not mate. Destiny board base. Okay, they've been playing a while. What are we looking at? Let me max it. Okay, perfect. Okay, maxi draw is weird. It's Dodo. It's go. It's on the matter. Okay, well it's less weird now. Just get to draw. I mean, it could also be Ryzeal, just because of rank 4 stuff. I would not be surprised if Onomat uses some amount of Ryzeal stuff because rank 4s. But this is definitely, I mean, Onomatokage. Yeah, let's go, girl. Add a Giga, Onomat, or Xyz card from deck to hand. Okay. Oh, we get to draw and look good. Oh, it gives effects to utopic future cards. Interesting. If they don't have interruption, yeah, this Dodo is not getting added. Why does it add specifically a Dodo? I mean, Onomat is interesting in that it's like 4 archetypes that are also the same archetype. A lot of stuff adds like any of them, but there's also stuff that adds like 1 of each up to 2. And then you have things like this, which add a specific 1. Of course, it specials a go from hand, dick, or grave. Anyway, we have to leave with Lightning Storm. Okay, so issue is, we did not draw any engine. Will they use a monster? Well, I guess it doesn't matter. Right, yeah, so this is an issue. This is an issue. We have to set 2 pass. Now, Droplet is really nice. But it's only 1 interruption. Theoretically, this could be an issue. I'm about to pick up. Just add an Onomat card. Onomat Pero. Yeah, just add 2 monsters. Can I add 2 of the same? They had Maxi. Yeah, there's Dodo Warrior. And Goblinberg. Okay, so the issue here is they can just normal Goblinberg and still make a 4. We probably hit... like whatever Xyz they summon. Because if we hit stuff here, they just get to make Xyz still. I don't know what Onomat's end board is. Oh yeah, now I'm looking at it, they have the Utopia things. Oh, they're doing this about normal summoning. Okay. Yep, search stuff. So this is the issue I mentioned earlier. A strong part of Striker is knowing when to hit something. Is knowing when and where to hit something. I do not know when or where to hit Onomat. And because I have only this interruption, I gotta hit carefully. In fact, ideally, I do droplets and droplets, and that's it. Because I really want this Frost to have access to, like potentially getting me an engage. But that is putting so much stuff on board. I might have to drop it for 2, which would suck, but yeah, we're gonna have 5 4s on board. 5 4s. Which I guess means they could make the math mech guy. They're not going to, but they sure could. Tornado Dragon. Yeah. I gotta let that resolve. Okay, so we only have 1 interruption. And also they can make Utopic Draco future, can't they? They're gonna do that right now. What's really important is gonna be whatever we draw off the top. Whatever we draw off the top is what makes or breaks us. It's tragic because we got to them to skip their first turn. If one of these droplets was just like Raye or Engage or Linkage or anything like that, he's over so easily. So UDF only stops monster effects, thankfully. Astraltopia. So it can't negate Droplet, but I don't think that's gonna matter. I think the rank 4 dream might be just beyond our reach. Unbreakable Xyz barrier? Oh, bugger me, it's a counter trap. Utopia. Nah, we just scoop. They have a counter trap now. We negate one thing to stop them killing us, and then our draw for turn just gets negated. The dream is dead, and the miracle never happened. What a tragedy, and now we have to win our second game to reach that same spot. Well, no point in waiting. Our time grows short, and so we must push on. I think we might be against a Blue Eyes player. Oh no. Oh no, what's the Blue Eyes player, isn't it? Blue Eyes Coin, Blue Eyes Icon, Blue Eyes Box, Blue Eyes Mate, Blue Eyes Field, Footballer sleeves, but okay, Maxi Ash is really nice. Yeah, this is 1,000,000%. Okay. I'm fine. I'm fine with them getting to... I don't want them to get to... So this is Ether Barrel. Just get to Link. I probably should have gotten rid of that, but it's really annoying to... Okay, do I want them to have... Do I want them to have Drill Beam? The answer is... Well, actually, they said it, so they get it anyway. The answer is yes. We can use Droplet to dodge Drill Beam. Oh, Wishes is 1,000,000% getting ashed. Unfortunately, Jet Dragon is a really good discard for them because he doesn't really care if he's in Field or Groove. Oh, well, that's still fine. Okay, let us summon Blue Eyes. Why are they doing that now? Do they not have the Link one? Sir, your extra deck? Oh, they're afraid of Maxi. Doesn't matter. Actually, absolute singular best Maxi draw we could have gotten. Best draw we could have gotten. Wait, hold on. It's so back. Alright, how do you want to do this? Drill Beam... For the Paramount card or no monster in hand, unless you control no monster. Okay. So, I mean, whatever we do, we can dodge it with Droplet. So we can't really put a bunch of stuff in Grave. So let's just lead with the Engage. They probably Drill Beam Engage. Nope. Okay. Do we just try blowing up the Blue Eyes? Maybe. We already have access to another... Wait, you already have access to another Engage thanks to Raye. Afterburner, pop Blue Eyes. It's not protected or anything, is it? Nope. If they don't have a Primate or Blue Eyes in or a normal monster in hand, then this turns off Drill Beam. Yep, they have to Drill Beam this. Do I want a Droplet? Droplet could be really funny. Does it do anything? Not really. Okay. Well, okay. No, Droplet does one thing. It gives us 2 spells in Grave, and I just don't get that. I should have Dropleted. I should have Dropleted. Droplet was the correct play. This is fine. We're going to do Rose here, because we actually don't want Rose in hand. If you have Rose in hand, you can't tag 0 out. Fun fact, if you ever fight Striker, and it doesn't really help because you can't control it very much. But a Rose in hand, you can't tag out 0. Yeah, we don't get a whole bunch of... Ooh, Ghost Ogre. That's fine. I'm fine with that. Arguably it's better, because that lets us just get into Kagari. So yeah, here's the funny thing, is if you get rid of the 0 on activation, so 0 you can't link off. You can't link 0 away. However, if it's destroyed, you can still bring Raye back. We can't Droplet Jet Dragon. Well, we can't Droplet Jet Dragon in Grave. We can Droplet Jet Dragon when it's on the field. Turn that protection off, make 300. That's probably a decent idea. We can quick effect tag real quick, but we don't really want to. We want to... So... Yeah, okay, we can't get rid of Jet Dragon anymore because you don't have afterburners. So we probably want to use our battle phase on it. Do that, we need... we need Kagari, basically. Or Shizuku, but most likely Kagari. And we will need to spend this Droplet. So what we're going to do is... Ideally... Can't get him out of Grave yet, can we? No. So, yeah, we're going to multi-roll. We'll just get multi-roll now, so we can toss it down. We'll engage. And... Classic trick, we will Droplet, sending the engage we just activated. Just that one. All we want to do is bring Jet Dragon down. So let's see. I think... Okay, I think we linkage. Huh. Hold on. Yeah, we get linkage, we can kill both of these. And then end phase Shizuku. will kill the... We'll banish... we'll get Shark Cannon and we'll banish the Ether Barrel. These are all soft ones, hard ones, right? They're all hard ones. Sorry, buddy. You are negated. Okay, we're leaving the Blue Eyes on board, but that's like probably fine. This is a big higher day, so we can do big higher day. We can higher day swing. This lets us send Widow Anchor? Yeah, this lets us send Widow Anchor, so that we can still set a Widow Anchor in end phase. Okay, I'm comfy with this. We turn the Lordly Load off. We turn the Drill Beam off. Actually, did Drill Beam just reset itself? Nope, you need a Primate Monster. Alright, perfect. End phase. Classic Shizuku Shuffle. Normally you do like a Widow Anchor thing here, but we don't need to. We're going to Shark Cannon. And immediately activate the Shark Cannon to get you out of grave. I'd love to get this Jet Dragon out of grave, but we can hold off on that. Okay. Reset Widow. And we can reset another card because we activated this earlier. Oh, we can reset another card. We'll reset the Linkage. Linkage could come in handy. Because the Linkage lets us turn this Linkworm into 0. And obviously, that is really good. Especially because we can hold off on using the summon effect and then just, pop a guy. But if we want, we can also go into like Amatsu for a negate if we really need to. Alright, Blue Eyes. What are we thinking? We're going for... Okay. Okay. We're gonna hold the the Shark Cannon. Because if they just reveal Ultimate Fusion, that's an issue. Oh, Tyrant Dragon, hello. And I think my trap cards are effects. Okay. It's just battles, that's fine. Oh my god, they have another Wishes. Oh, they have another Wishes. But I have another Ash Blossom. Oh no. Oh no, oh no. What does this do in Grave? Banish Ritual Summon. Okay. We don't care. Oh, that's just terribly unfortunate, isn't it? Draw phase, will let you swing into Shizuku? Sure. Oh, target a trapping grave, said it. This is damage step, isn't it? Is it damage step? No, this is after resolution, right? No, it is. I forgot to banish the... I forgot to banish Jet Dragon. I forgot to banish Jet Dragon. And I let them get a setback too. I should have just negated you and banished Jet Dragon. This would be fine. This would have been fine if I just done that. That's fine, whatever. It's Blue Eyes. It's Blue Eyes and they don't have their, like, 4 level 12 synchros out, so it's still pretty whatever. So if we go 3... What do we want to do here? Okay, we go for Raye into Kinda negates you, or not negates, prevents you from attacking. Other cards you control. Okay. Then we linkage away Kinda 0 We will not use Zero's effect. They actually can't attack with Jet Dragon. I mean, they can. They just... We'd all die. Raye effect. Chain Widow Anchor. On Jet Dragon. Perfect. Steal him so we can't attack. We have a Raye from deck and the Rose from grave. Pop the back row. To be fair, let's just pop one, actually. I don't think getting rid of the back row really mattered. But it's funny. Okay, can we just, like... We'll set one engage. We don't need to set both engage. We'll set one engage. Oh, we only had one engage. Even better. Lemnis Gate is a crazy pull. Alright, no interaction. We can go into... Send one stick account from the grave. This is Camellia, right? Yeah, I always get Azalea and Camellia mixed up. So in Camellia we send one. This turns the engage into a free. Well, turns the engage into a free. Let's us draw a card off of engage. Engage for... Do you have Widow Anchor or multi-roll? I think we get Widow Anchor here. Card from deck. Sure, I'll Rhoda. That's just another spell engrave. We love having spells engraved. It is our fuel. Actually, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold on a second. Wait a second. Hold on. Okay. Okay, we Kagari for... I think we can Underworld Goddess them. Alright, Kagari. Kagari gets us... Engage. I mean, we can probably just Lemnis Gate 2. Not 1. Okay, maybe not. We only have... We're only going to have a few Striker spells engraved. Well, either way, our only real target is engage. Well, Maxi does nothing. What do we do here? We can get... I guess we can just steal everything. We have Linkage too. Take Jet Dragon. Still a card from grave. Let's take Blue Eyes himself because it's really funny. See? Just summon Blue Eyes White Dragon. I have become the Blue Eyes player. Sir, take this L. Hold up, what am I missing? Why can I not? Oh, it's like effect monsters, isn't it? Let me see. They have to be effect monsters. It's fine, we just make a link too. Not use the effect. And now, obviously, I like Fiend, we make full Fiendmas combo. No, we just simply attack and then cage off to get back into Striker stuff. Well, there's an argument to be made. The Underworld Goddess... Actually, no, yeah, you know what? We'll just sit on Underworld Goddess and a bunch of back row because we are on a tight timer, but this does get us... Widow Anchor. And fun fact, Underworld Goddess, as the goddess of the underworld, possesses a graveyard negate. So they're not getting anything back from there. Well, I can just summon Blue Eyes, I suppose. Sure, give me a draw. I'll take a draw. It's good for a laugh. The last card in hand is called by. So they will be setting Blue Eyes White Dragon. I have 5 cards left in extra deck. You know, thankfully I'll have enough stuff to limit Gate away. The Royal Rare Blue Eyes. Alright. What are we just sitting on Blue Eyes? Yeah, just gonna sit on Blue Eyes, hope that I can't kill you. Alright, that's fine. Feel free to sit on Blue Eye. Hi, Lightning Storm. Anyway, Lemnis Gate. To shuffle back Kagari and Zero. And the 2 spells we have access to. That is more than free, so we can bounce back 1 card. Underworld Goddess chunks off 3k. And with a Flourish and a Flare, we can link Cage off the Underworld Goddess for, 0, I suppose. We'll not use Zero's effect. We will go for lethal. Hoi! Despite the fact our opponent, we could have ended that early if we didn't misplay around the Jet Dragon. We could have dealt with that much better, but still, despite our opponent putting up barely anything, that was still a pain to get through. Oh my god, I hit level 32. Okay. We're past stream end time, but we're at 1 more win till Diamond 4. And can we really end it off? This will be our last game. Win or loss, this will be our last game. But we gotta try. We have to go for it. Have faith or have nothing at all. We won the coin toss, but we're choosing to go second. This guy looks very similar to us. He has the live twin profile picture. He's got Raye. We got opposing sword. We got opposing sides. We have opposite sleeves. They have the Rikigari sleeves. We have the Rose Zero Zeke sleeves. Decent chance, I would say. If I had to garnish a guess, I've started this as 1,000,000% striker. Okay. Yep, there she is. Well, I don't think there's a better way of ending this off than a striker mirror. Oh, they summon Zero. They know what they're doing. Perfect. Okay. Okay. I'm down for a striking mirror. Let's hope I'm cognizant enough to manage one properly. The Frost goes crazy. Droplet's really nice. Linkage is really good. Ideal world. Funny and ideal world. We get enough spells engraved to make Widow Anchor a steal. We steal the striker, we just start linking off for her and stuff. Especially since they just turn Zero into Kagari. Because Zero, I believe, can't be linked off even if she's negated. Kagari, it most certainly can be linked off. If we somehow trigger a monster effect, then Thrust is going to go crazy, as always. If they have hand traps, I suppose. They have multi-roll. Oh, they didn't engage. Are they going for multi-roll now? Only 2 spells engrave. Only 2 spells engrave. No, they're going for the linkage. Do we have multi-roll in hand already? Okay. I'm fine with this. Add afterburners, interesting. That set card might be multi-roll. Okay, upstart is good. Upstart is good. We have upstart and we have Rhoda. Only downside is if we get exactly droll. Much as I don't want to speak it into existence. Okay, no interaction. It's not droll. They don't have droll. Get our own Raye. Do I want to get rid of us? How do I get a third spell instead? How do I get a third spell engrave? I can linkage that off. Yeah, if I Widow Anchor targeting you. And then I linkage off the Widow Anchor. This puts the this makes Widow okay. This makes Widow Anchor itself the third spell. Okay, now they're linkaging. Okay. I'll max you then. I kind of figured that the set card was linkage because they added it. Okay, so we both get to linkage. This is fine because now we know that it's linkage. We can divert to our own zero. Okay, Maxi for Maxi, you love to see it. If they use zero effect, it makes triple attack slave, triple thrust slave, which is obviously really good. And it's effectively just another engage at all times. Yep, they're going for the add instead. Can I get enough gas to kill them? Theirs is 3k. They have Raye Engrave. We have Droplet though. If we add... is there a way of doing... Hold on. 3k? No, we can't do 9k with stealing that. So yeah, we just get the engage. I don't think we can do 9k into them. But we can see. Well, no, we won't see. We'll play it safe. We'll grab multi-roll. We will grab... What's it called? Shot Cannon. We will get that Raye out of their graveyard. Oh, actually, we should get linkage. We need to get linkage for... to get into... Can we? Hold on, what am I thinking? What am I thinking? Oh, we can steal it. Oh, we can keep him off of it, actually. We can get... Blah. We can Widow Anchor, steal it, and then multi-roll, just send it away. Oh, perfect. Linkage. We'll have to see you, so we can get into Kagari. Control the monster. This does not trigger their Raye. Very important. We'll zero. We'll attack with zero and we'll linkage in battle phase just for extra damage. Damage is very important. We will Hayate, so we can Hayate send Raye. We'll leave the Raye in hand for follow-up next turn. Send the Raye. We know they have afterburners. Is that all we know they have? Or do they add off of... What do they add off of their zero? We both added different engages. It's peak. It's absolute cinema. I don't know what to tell you. And fact, I'm pretty sure I added the Rose engage and they added the Raye engage. It might actually be Cinema. Okay. Gary, add back an engage. I will add good engage. This multi-roll's gonna set so much. The only downside is if they have like a lightning storm, I suppose. I should have hamped them. Oh, I should have hamped them. Oh well. Hit shot cannon. Yeah, sure, we can upstart. I'm fine giving them a little more health for... No! That's bad, that's bad, that's bad. We have to normal summon Raye. Rose. Unfortunately, that's actually catastrophically... Not catastrophically bad, it's solvable. But we can't have Rose in hand. We need Rose to not be in hand. Specifically. Okay, hold on. Shot cannon now. Because I don't know if I want to keep it on field or not. Limniscate and Droplet? Yeah, Droplet stays on field. End phase. Multi-roll. No, multi-roll we save shot cannon. Let's have a second shot cannon. Now they gotta deal with they gotta use a second Raye. Shizuku and what can we add off of Shizuku? Yeah, this will go crazy next turn. Dubbing waves on whatever they set. Okay. And we can drop the Maxi, because Maxi isn't amazing against Striker. Because you don't summon that many times, but it's still like a couple draws. Like, you still have to... especially Striker, you really need to Maxi before main phase, because normal summon Raye, chain Maxi, chain Raye is a thing. So you can't really deal with... Avoid the Shizuku getting blown up. They hit Widow Anchor. I'm fine with them hitting Widow Anchor because I mean first of all we have Droplet and second of all what are they gonna negate? Ooh, Raigeki. Oh, Raigeki's real unfortunate. Okay. I thought holding the Raye was the right call, but I guess not. What does that kind of give a hit? We're really only tagging out to fill the grave more for Limniscate, though that's probably not necessary in the monster interface. Ooh, triple attack. Draw 2? Draw 2. Rust. Ooh. Oh, hold on. Hold on. Is this monsters? Okay, we don't control monsters. Thrust cannot. Oh, they're setting Metal Throws Fusion. Oh, they're running Fusion. Okay. We're not running Fusion, but Fusion is really good. Yeah, they get to engage. Okay, they're getting multi-roll. They're getting multi-roll. They have already getting to Raye. I guess they just want to get the draw on. I mean, draw is fine. Like, I respect it. Okay, they had the Rhoda for the Raye. And now they're gonna draw a card. Okay. Here's the funny thing. If I'd not used Raye, then I could in theory have summoned back their Raye and used her effect tag into a strike here. Probably should have, but it's fine. Now, Lemnis Gate is on Resolution. Oh, they're like choosing to potentially lose the multi-roll. Interesting. Black Goat, Waking the Dragon. Ooh, they're playing Waking the Dragon. That's spooky, actually. I get playing it. I haven't had my stuff blown up enough where I feel like I need to, but I get playing Waking the Dragon. Oh, you're just going battle phase? That's fine. What do I wanna... I can drop it to force it out. What needs to send now? What do I send if I drop it? Jamming Waves? I can send Jamming Waves. I'll send Jamming Waves to force out a droplet now. Which means they... Yeah, they have to do this. That's fine. I can hold the Shark Cannon. Whatever they summon is getting negated as well, is the thing. Battle Phase droplet goes really well here. Yeah, Kagari. Okay. Oh, Cold Bar is really nice. Oh, Cold Bar is crazy. That effectively just clears the third Raye. Okay. We can eat a hit, that's fine. We're up in life. They've also upstarted. Upstarts all over the place. Rays all over the place. Striking. Sky striking. Rolls really nice. I am fine with eating this higher hit, because whatever they put in grave doesn't really matter. They've already Kagari'd. Well, they've already spent the Kagari summon. They didn't even get her effect. You have more linkages? Nope. Awesome. Super awesome. Okay, you get to do your multi-roll first. Should I have Lemnis gated here? I could have Lemnis gated this back in end phase. I totally should have done that. Ooh, the tiredness is getting to me. What did I say? Linkage. Afterburners is not a threat. Engage is not a threat. So one of these is a problem. Okay. Balance is crazy. Okay. I want to send the Lemnis Gate. I think I'm going to send the Lemnis Gate. 1 to 6. Okay. 6 times 2 is 12, which shuffles back 4. Did I shuffle back? I think I shuffle back everything. Okay. Who did I not shuffle back? I mean, the Raye. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is bounce 4. And honestly, yeah, so I can do this. I can Cold by their row. And you... Do I take the... I think I just play it safe. I hit all 3 of those. Oh, right, they get banished instead. It's peak. We don't want a Rose, because you want to go into Raye. So you're going to Raye. I have Cold Buy. I could have also shot Cannon, but I have the Cold Buy. Maybe I should have. No! No, 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 no. Okay, I'm setting the shot cannon. I just realized a massive mistake. This would have turned off my Raye. This would have turned off my Raye. You're not someone else to the field. Just banish it. Oh god, I should have held that Cold Buy. Cold Buy is a complete waste. Talents. You just rip a card out of the hand. Ah. 2 talents in a Raye, eh? Alright, what is that last card? It's an interaction? Is it 1 cage? Okay. Raye effect. We should have blocked that thing, so we have to go for 0. This is fine. We use this. You want to add a 1 cage? Is it Widow Anchor? Widow Anchor! Ooh, what a shame. Yeah, I should have put that one back. I should have just taken the risk. Darn, now I get to keep it. That's fine. Droll goes crazy against Striker, and we're gonna get this back. Wait. Oh god, they get to get rid of it because they can resolve it. It's negated, but they get to activate it because they have targets. Oh, that's so bad. Oh, that's so bad. Oh, I didn't think about the fact they can activate it. Okay, so normally if you steal it like that, you can't because you won't have targets unless you're exactly Striker, in which case you have targets for 0. They're able to activate 0 even though it would be negated because they had the valid targets, Raye and Rose. That means I just lose it. Okay. Lemniscate is fine. We draw, and we pray. Those two... We know they have 2 triple attacked in hand. That doesn't do anything. Triple attacked in hand doesn't do a thing because we have no hand. Well, I guess they can shuffle away the multi-roller about to bounce. So they target 3? Yeah, okay, they can bounce 2. Lemniscate gets banished and multi-roll gets bounced, and they can shuffle back in the multi-roll. Okay, that means in hand is 2 unknowns. Thrust, okay. Take a thrust, because they can only set it. Black Goat laughs. That is unfortunate, but fine. Okay, yeah, you shuffle back the multi-roll. It's your only option. 1 more unknown in hand, and another triple tacked. One more unknown in hand and another triple attack. They have engraved to reset. Widow Anchor. Ugh. Is that it though? That doesn't only set. Oh, of course they can get to Raye. Of course they can get to Raye. No, is it gonna be like this? No, I'm not. Am I dead to the mirror? Oh, what a game, but I think I'm dead to the mirror. No. Oh, it's been like a 20-minute game, by the way. I told you. Striking mirrors are so good. Do they have another linkage? Did they shuffle back linkage? They probably shuffled back linkage, right? Hello there, Canadian. You're here just in time to witness our final duel of the night and our defeat in the mirror. Wait, no, they didn't kill us. They didn't kill us? Could they not get to my row? What's my row to linkage? Wait a second, what the heck? Okay. Okay. Alright, we're not completely dead, but we kind of need to draw something crazy good. This draw needs to be insane. Give me your wishes, chat. Give me your hopes and your dreams. No. No, that doesn't do it. That doesn't do it at all. Well, we can go out on our own terms. They didn't summon, they only summoned 0, so we can't, it's not even an option to, Typhon. Oh, 7. My strongest Sky Striker. Oh, come on, sir, that's unnecessary. Oh, that was a good game. That was a good game. I told you, I don't care. I lost, but Access Code Talker. I lost, but striking mirrors are so fun. It's so fun. I love striking mirrors. Oh, striking mirrors is such a good time. Okay. And with that, yeah, we're cooked. 2 more wins diamond 4. Tragic. Tragic, we had such good pace. I threw. I know where I threw. That's the painful part. Is that I know what I did wrong. But I did it anyway. Well, at least we got gems out of it. Okay. That, I believe, is that. Yeah, that'll be it for the night. As I promised before, that was the last game. I did promise that would be the last game, and then it took half an hour, but here we are. Last game of the night, so I'll start wrapping up stream now. It has been a pleasure to be here. Thank you, everybody. I'm gonna go find somebody to raid real quick. In the meantime, you can find me on Twitter and Blue Sky. I'm gonna be streaming again on Sunday, where we will be probably finishing Halo 2, is what we've been doing on Sundays. Because Sunday is our getting through my backlog day, in essence. Decent chance that next Wednesday will be Master Duel again, as it 50-50 chances. But it's been a pleasure seeing you around. Thanks for hanging out. Let me see who I can find to raid. We can do this. Yeah. Alright, good night, chat. Let me... Alright, see you everybody. Take care. Enjoy the raid. This person seems cool.